Yeah, I mean, they can, as we mentioned, they can run. For example, Gernon here, 13 out of 13 stolen bases. And, they've got 6 guys in their lineup hitting over 300.
Talked about Barlow. He was fantastic in the last outing. First pitch at 6-12. There you see the sophomore right-hander from North Myrtle Beach, a veteran of these types of outings. Ball's hit to center. Canarella coming on, and he will let it drop for a hit. Like he may have slipped out of his break there. It may be an issue as there's been steady rain falling throughout the day that really just stopped.
Well, there's no doubt there's some moisture in the outfield. Obviously, you don't have a tarp for the outfield, but I think he misread that a little bit. It was off of the hands and not hit very well, but dumped in there for a base hit.
And Barlow gave up just 3 hits in 5 innings on Tuesday, getting the win against the Spartans. Troy Hamilton, shortstop, takes low. Ball 1. One of the veterans in this lineup, Hamilton, a steady Eddie bat, but he's got a lot of pop, 12 home runs.
He's not a real big guy, but boy, he swings a good bat and plays solid shortstop. As you mentioned, a veteran. They've got a number of veterans in their lineup.
We mentioned the Spartans coming off a big weekend. You can see first base, Jimmy Obertop, and there's the runner off to the left. Big swing and a miss. When Barlow's locating that sinker down, he's going to be tough.
That's exactly right. That ball started at the knees and just disappeared. And it's really hard to lay off of that pitch as a hitter.
Pitch inside, ball 2. He's going to have to locate the fastball with men on base too because of the base stealing threats. You want to get that ball to the plate with your slide step and control him.
Well, we've talked about the ways you can control the running game.
He's got a good slide step. This ball is bounced foul. Now a 2-2 count to the number 2 hitter, Hamilton.
And to add to that, the slide step, getting the ball quickly to home plate is 1 by the pitcher, and 2 is to, throw over and have a good move. And 3 is vary your looks, vary your timing. Don't get into a pattern where the base runner can really time things and get a great jump. Often people look at the catcher when people are stealing bases, but it's at least 50-50 with the pitcher.
There's a good move from Barlow to keep the runner close. We mentioned the 13 for 13 for Gernon. How about 58 of 68 for the Spartans in terms of stolen bases? They attempt about 2 a game. There's a line drive caught by Purify. There's a +1 for the defensive alignment.
The analytics look good there. And, so often you see the movement, and, if that ball is hit to where the second baseman normally plays, we're kind of going, geez, what are these guys doing? I mean, why do you have to make it so complicated? But that certainly was the case. They've moved him, and he was in a perfect position to make the play.
Ball down and in to the number 3 hitter. That's Sherrod. We talked about him in the open. 49 RBIs. We talked about just the gaudy numbers that he's put up.
That's huge. Blake Wright leading the Tigers with 44, and that's after having 21 in 1 week, which was remarkable.
And Blake got his in bunches. Sherrod's had some of those big moments too, but in this lineup, up and down, guys are getting on base. Of the starters today, there's a flare to right. That is going to go foul. Boy, that would have been a problem, especially we talked about the speed of Gernon out at first base.
I think Gernon would have scored there.
But this lineup, they do get on base. The on-base percentages here, 7 of the 9 hitters in the Upstate lineup have an OBP of 394 or better coming into this game.
Well, turn the lineup over, get the next guy up, and that's how you end up scoring a lot of runs. Looking for that double play ball, and with that sinker, that's a good pitch to have. I mean, that's a double play pitch. looking for that ground ball.
There's a look at Barlow. Yeah, not a big strikeout pitcher. 24 strikeouts and 25 in the third innings, but as you said, locating the ball down, he's a ground ball guy. Check swing, no go. Vincent Krager did not ring him up. Time called at the plate. Looks like Sherrod wasn't quite ready. Here's another look at that check swing. Barlow gets him there.
Cheaters proof. Yeah, that was that. You know, I've often said the check swing, I think, is the most difficult call for an umpire, and boy, that's tough. But got him on the next pitch. Well done by Barlow.
How about Barlow following up that breaking pitch with a changeup in?
I love that. I love that combo.
Jace Reinhardt, another real power bat in this lineup. Another one of those three guys with double-digit home runs.
A sinker, boy. Woo. You see the Tigers playing really deep here. Two men out and a man on first base. Want to try to avoid the double.
Reinhardt, the top hitter in this lineup at 385. But again, some good power numbers. He's got double-figure doubles and home runs. 22 extra base hits on the year for him.
Yeah. Very impressive.
Throw over. Obertop slaps a hard tag on Jernan. They're making him work out there at first base.
They're fully aware that he's a base stealer, and you know, with 2 outs, you'd like to get him into scoring position if you're USC Upstate.
Reinhardt fights it off.
Good pitch.
Out of play.
Barlow's got really nice life on his fastball today. Good sink, a little bit of run in on the right-handed hitters. He's settled into this role nicely.
No doubt. Been a big lift. Runners moving. Strike 3 called. Doesn't matter. He's safe at second, but it doesn't matter. He froze him with a breaking ball on the outside corner, and that's all for the Spartans. And it feels like a bit of a bullpen day. This is a sub-3 ERA reliever. There you see the numbers. No slouch. He starts him off with a fastball strike. 6'1", 220 sophomore from Rochester, New York, to Cam Canarella.
Yeah, Mike McGuire really likes his arm, and he did not pitch much over the weekend. As you see Canarella do what he does.
He went 0 for 4 Sunday, so you knew that was going to happen.
He's a lot of hits up the middle. Boy, you teach young hitters, hit the ball right back at the pitcher, hit it hard right back at the pitcher, and that's what Canarella does on a very consistent basis. Turned around a 93-mile-an-hour fastball.
Reigning ACC Freshman of the Year. We go from that to a veteran, Jimmy Obertop. Playing first base for the second straight day. Has been the regular catcher for this team while Jacob Gerald's kind of worked his way back around and has been a steady bat. You see the numbers. He's got an interesting stat line. He struck out 36 times, but he's also walked 34 times in the 2-hole. This ball's popped up. Right side of the infield, and Sherrod is there.
Well, fastball, it got in on him a little bit.
I'm sure it looked like a good pitch to hit, but you're right, that late movement
it ran in on
really strong. Here's Blake Wright. You know, one thing about Blake, he finds ways to impact the game even when he's not hitting. He's got 4 hits in his last 7 games, but with defense, he maximizes his run scoring potential when he gets on the base. Again, 4 hits in his last 7 games, but he scored 5 runs and he's driven in 4 in that time.
He's really a good player, and I like him at third base or second base. He's a really good defender.
And you love the selflessness, too, as there was a ball in the dirt. Looked like maybe runner at first didn't get a good read on it.
Yeah, that's one that I think Canarilla really needs to be more aggressive.
It was a good block behind the plate by Lang back there.
But it bounced 10 feet away from him.
And it could be possible that with Canarilla's shoulder, they don't want him doing a lot of diving, and maybe they're being very cautious with him on dirt ball reads. Possible.
Ooh, good.
Right, with a good swing.
Yeah. And that ball was well outside. I think he was looking fastball away. And regardless of whether it was over the plate or not, he was going to, if he saw that fastball away, he was going to take a good hack.
Oh, yeah, Blake Wright's not in the business of watching fastballs. He's made quite a career here at Clemson of doing the exact opposite. This ball's laced to left. Nice beat on it by Reinhardt to track it down.
Really a nice pitch for Council to come back with after that fastball away. A changeup that really ran in on Wright. Wright was able to get his hands inside the ball and hit it pretty well, but right at the left fielder, Reinhardt.
Alden Mathis, transfer from Richmond. The numbers 333, 6 and 22. You see the OPS. He's very good at finding ways on base. 24 walks to 22 strikeouts with pop in his bat. Mathis had a multi-hit game on Sunday and has played some excellent defense at both right and center for the Tigers.
Yeah, he's done a nice job in center field when Canarilla was down with some injuries. Again, one of the many versatile players on this Clemson team, and what a luxury it is for the coaching staff of Clemson to be able to make a lineup and
that ball's ripped foul.
Adjust things without really losing much at all. I mean, they've got talent, guys that's why they recruit shortstops out of high school. I mean, I bet if you look at this Clemson team out there, I bet more than half of them played shortstop in high school.
I can tell you that many times this year, their entire infield has been shortstops. There's a swing and a tip into the mid. And how about Consul giving up the leadoff single to Canarella and then dropping the next three?
Through the year, they are seeing the ball and hitting the ball.
That's a big fly down the left field line. Taylor is going to watch it go out of here. First pitch swinging right on cue. Noah Sullivan delivers a home run to left, and it's the Spartans on top, 1-0.
His 9th of the year. It was a fastball on the inside part of the plate, a sinker that is about waist high, and you mentioned how important it is for Barlow to keep the ball down. Sullivan did a great job of getting his hands way inside the ball so that he could get the fat part of the bat on the ball and drive it out of the park.
There you see the numbers on it. I'm not even sure it's a strike, but you're right. He was looking for a pitch and he got it. Home run number 9 for Sullivan. RBI 35.
Got to keep that sinker down.
Now Kobe Croft, 6'1", 215. Junior college transfer. Another breaking ball.
Ooh. And boy, that was pretty much down the middle, and he had a good swing at that.
You're not going to be able to get away with a lot of mistakes. Certainly. Not against this lineup. Another check swing, but he held up.
I mean, here's a guy with 8 home runs. Again, just up and down this lineup, they can swing the bat.
Just outside, it missed. 2-2 count to Kobe Croft. Excuse me, a 3-2 count to Croft. Barlow's payoff.
Oh, good pitch.
Strike 3 called. He definitely wasn't looking for that.
He was not. And you know what? When you have 2 strikes, I mean, you've got to sit back and really try to identify a pitch. But he froze him. And good tight Good tight slider, breaking ball from Billy Barlow.
3 strikeouts for Barlow. Good start for him. We talked about he's not ordinarily a strikeout guy, but rules are meant to be broken. He's only struck out more than 5 guys in an outing twice. One of those a 9 strikeout effort against Manhattan. And last week against Upstate, 5 innings, he struck out 5. Tyler Lang, the catcher, whose numbers, you know, when you talk to the Spartan staff, his numbers really don't tell the story about how well he's swinging the bat right now. He's only hitting 176, but he's made increasingly harder contact as he's gotten more opportunities. Like that. Back to center. Canarella makes the catch. That ball was hit well to the deepest part of the park, and it just held it.
And there is a little breeze blowing in. A couple of weekends ago against Florida State, that ball would have been well out of here.
Oh, man.
But good play by Canarella. He's so familiar with this outfield of the terrace out there. And what I liked about what he did, he got himself back to the wall and made the play. Yeah, just he's very comfortable.
Easton Cullison scored the only run for the Spartans against Clemson last Tuesday. Takes a strike across the knees. Yeah, Canarella, very good defensive center fielder in his own right. And as you say, naturally he does that. He still has not played that many innings, that many ball games in center field in his life.
Yeah, he was an infielder.
Reigning ACC Freshman of the Year last year.
And I think what's remarkable is how quickly that he was able to read balls off of the bat. It was almost instinctual for him.
There were questions in the preseason about whether Canarella would move to one of the openings in the infield. Eric Backich was like, he's one of 3 players I've ever seen that can put his head down when the ball's hit, get to the spot, look up, and the ball's there.
Yeah.
Blake Wright ends the inning. How about the Spartans? Striking first with a big fly.
But also the great bounce back by breaking pitch. He didn't realize that Hinderleiter was looking for that, and he had a good hack at it.
Bouncer toward the middle. Nice play at shortstop. Hamilton gets the out.
Yeah, as he was moving to his left and then kind of forced to jump in the air a little bit to get that high hopper. And the critical thing for him is to get his feet lined up so that he can make a solid throw.
4 straight set down by Consul since a leadoff single by Canarella. Now Will Taylor. Taylor had a slow start to the year. That batting average continues to sort of slowly creep its way up. The on-base percentage still quite high at 476. He's another one like Blake Wright that just knows how to get on base and make something happen.
You know, 15 RBI, scored 27 runs. I mean, he's really been a good contributor.
Oh, nice snag on the short hop. Hamilton again gets the out.
And there you see the shift really worked. That ball was tattooed off the base or off of the bat right at the shortstop Hamilton. And you're right, he made a really nice short hop pick on that one. Once he kind of fumbled the ball a little bit, he didn't panic at all. Knew he had plenty of time. He's a veteran.
Even with Taylor running. Nolan Naraki checked his swing, not in time. Naraki's another one. You know, he started his career 13 straight games with a base hit. He missed some time, went through a little bit of a slump.
Yeah.
And then over the weekend against Notre Dame, it seemed like he kind of got back on the horse a little bit.
He's got some pop and a lot of potential. Big, strong kid.
Big 2-run double on Sunday in South Bend. Ball 2 down and away. And he was really in the mix at third base, and honestly, he was going to see a lot of time. The emergence defensively of Jaron Purify and the flexibility of Blake Wright has sort of changed the dynamic in the infield.
Exactly, I think.
This ball's hit well, center field, backing, Jernin looks, and it's out of here. The response from Clemson as Nolan Naraki connects on his third home run, his fourth home run rather of the year, and we're tied at 1.
Boy, what I love about this is this is a 91-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle. And he doesn't pull it. He times it perfectly and drives it straight back to the pitcher and over the pitcher's head and out of the park. That's really a good piece of hitting. Well done.
Eric Bakich talks all the time about hunting pitches to smash. They have smash practice at Clemson, not batting practice. That's a great example of what he's talking about. Here's the aforementioned Purify.
And we were mentioning that, I think, as much as anything, it Purify's emergence as really a special talent in the infield and offensively. He's got explosive hands. He can run. That really was what kind of had to force the coaches to make a change.
To Hopper. Another nice snag there by Hamilton. And the side is retired.
Been to teams that are in the top 35 RPI-wise. So, I mean, they're playing a tough schedule. And so this is, again, this is a team that you just have to be ready to play.
Vance Shahan fouls that pitch off. Counts 1-1. Yeah, they have played a very difficult schedule. And you look at what they've done in their league. I mean, they've had a couple lopsided midweek games, certainly. They sweep Winthrop last weekend. That's
pretty impressive.
That is pretty impressive. There's a breaking ball that stayed way inside and hits Shahan. Leadoff base runner. Third straight inning. That's happened for Upstate. Here's a look at that. We'll try to gauge how badly it hurt.
Right on the top of his rear end. That didn't hurt much.
Nah, that was probably okay. Little spinner at 85.
Yep.
Easy for me to say. Way up here.
I'd be playing dodgeball. Diving towards the dugout.
Daniel Jernin. And a base hit to start things. Kind of looped one out to center field to start the game. Runner moving, a little hit and run. This ball's popped up. Mathis can't find it in the sky. Now he's got it and makes the catch. Wow.
Well, you know, you saw the deke that Purify did at second base, trying to make the base runner think it was hit on the ground. And then I wonder if Mathis really did not see it.
This is a bit of an odd sky. It's a weird time of night.
Yeah.
There was a game last year. Speaking of that, there's a throw over to first. There was a game last year where I think it was 4 different times on infield pop-ups in about a 10-minute stretch. Clemson fielders could not find the ball. And in fact, they bought actually different glasses that they can wear for just this sort of kind of night and sky because of that game.
Well, I'm not sure that Mathis has them on right now.
And I'm not saying it's the sky or anything like that. He might have just lost it, or as you said, it might have been part of an elaborate deke. And they've been known to do that. The first fly ball out of the year at this ballpark, both outfielders acted like they were going to get the ball in left center field on a tag-up play. And one bluffed catching it, and the other one actually caught it and threw it in, trying to get the runner to leave early. Counts 2-0 to Troy Hamilton. 3-0 rather to Hamilton. He had a sharp liner to Purify, who's now playing more toward traditional second base. There's a get me over strike. You better be careful with this guy on get me over pitches.
Yeah. Even 3-0, you wonder how aggressive Coach McGuire wants to be in that situation. Barlow ever mindful of the base stealing threat.
They are numerous in this lineup. Sheahan's only got a couple. Get a decent lead out at first. Popped up. Foul. Wright sprinting in, but Gerald found it and made the catch. Blake Wright shot out of a cannon because I'm not sure Gerald saw that at first.
Good communication between Wright and Gerald. I think Wright could have made the play as well.
That's a big second out in the inning. Here's Sherrod. Quite a productive hitter. Struck out swinging his first time up. Slider's backed up on him a couple times here.
49 RBI. That's getting it done. I mean, that's getting a runner in with a man on third base and less than 2 out. I bet just almost always for him. He's just not going to strike out that situation. And obviously he's had some extra base hits with the 10 home runs and 8 doubles, but that's a guy that's getting it done with men on base.
You know, he's got a 400 average with 2 outs. And this is a situation where, you know, for a lot of guys, you're just trying to pass the baton. For him, runner at first, you don't normally talk about that with scoring position, but he's got 22 extra base hits, 10 doubles, 2 triples. A gap shot for him is not out of the question to get that runner all the way around.
Well, and that's why you see the Clemson, they're playing the no doubles outfield defense, playing pretty deep, especially Taylor in left, although Cam's pretty deep in center as well. They just do not want to let that ball drop in over their head.
There's a look at the outfield alignment. A fine camera crew today, doing an excellent job, as always.
I agree. I don't agree with you a lot, but I will agree with that.
Universal truth. There's a tapper foul.
I often bite my tongue at some of the things you. No, I don't.
So does my wife. I get that a lot. 2-2 count. Sherrod looking to give the Spartans the lead again. Billy Barlow worked his way back into the count. The 2-2 pitch. That's a foul ball out of play. He snuck a changeup by him in on his hands last time after going away with a breaking ball.
Yep. Let's see if that. Yeah, you mentioned the break and pitch changeup combo, which I like.
Let's see what he gets here from Gerald. He tried again. Changeup right toward the bottom of the zone.
Yeah, Gerald did not do a very good job with that pitch. He kind of that was really close to the strike zone, and if he does a better job of getting up under that and giving the home plate umpire John Byrne a better look, that might be a called strike 3.
Runner will be off. Grounder foul.
It was almost as if Gerald was crossed up. I'm not sure if he was or not, but because he usually receives the ball very well.
Yeah, he's good to give you a couple of those borderline pitches. He really worked hard on his receiving in the offseason. High chopper. Hinderleiter, strong throw, and the inning. Here's Jacob Gerald. We talked about him behind the plate. This is his 7th start of the season at catcher. And he's missed some time, and Jimmy Obertot was really in a good groove, and so Gerald not only had to get back, he had to work his way into a rotation.
2 good-looking pitches from Braden Council. He's pitched well so far. This is pitch number 25 for him.
Down and away in the dirt, ball 1.
You know, Coach McGuire for Upstate talked about, if we we'll use a lot of guys, but I think if he keeps cruising, he'll send him out there again. I think if he gets through this inning easily.
That ball's hammered. Left center field. Park is not going to hold it. Jacob Jarrell's second home run of the year. And it's the Tigers on top now, 2-1.
Yeah, fastball up and in. And with 2 strikes, he does a great job of not only protecting the plate, but really shortens up and gets the fat part of the bat on the ball. As you can see, really gets that front foot down, and you really get power from the ground up. And he certainly did that there. Did not appear to really swing that hard, but he drove that out of here in left center field, and his teammates are happy for him.
Jarrell, back-to-back games with a home run, had a laser 3-run shot to left against Notre Dame on Sunday, and now this one here. There's a strike to Cam Canarella. Counts 0-1. It was only a matter of time for Jarrell, by the way. I mean, really, he missed a month. I mean, you're talking about a college baseball season. A month is a long time.
Yeah.
And you could see there, and we'll be able to show you more closely next time up. You may have noticed, but he's wearing a special helmet.
Face
mask. Watch that all the way.
That is a good take, because that's a pitch that starts about thigh high and a bit of a slider, and Cam saw that out of his hand really well, recognized the spin, and was able to lay off of the low pitch.
Canarella lifts one to left center. That's going to carry well. Not well enough. Center fielder Jernin over to make the grab right there on the terrace.
That's a pitch that's away and up a little bit. And Canarella has that ability to hit the ball to all fields. I mean, just so impressive. And also he has the ability to get on top of high pitches that are, above the waist. And he really does a great job of driving those pitches, not popping them up.
That's a great example right there. I'm not sure that was a strike.
I think it was up.
Zone, yeah. Strike one to Jimmy Obertop. There's a look at Consul, who, as we said, he's been a short stint guy. 10 appearances, 10 2/3 innings, but he's getting a workout today and now going through this lineup a second time.
Yeah. Boy, that was a good looking pitch.
And not too shabby. That's one as a pitcher you really would like to get.
Yep.
Down and away. He's got a good breaking ball, especially to these right-hand hitters. He missed a little too far with that one. That one bounced right on cue. He threw one that bounced.
And that was not a good pitch. But you're right. He's been around the strike zone. His breaking balls have either been for strikes or they started in the strike zone and tempted the hitter but then broke away. That one, not so much.
It's a fastball count to a fastball hitter. Jimmy, big cut and a foul.
Good swing. And he was looking fastball.
One out and the base is empty. Tigers a couple of home runs. 2 out of 3 batters. Good pitch. Bottom of the zone for strike 3.
Boy, down and away. You mentioned it. Great location.
Second strikeout for Consul. First looking. He earned it.
Yeah, it's one of those where you tip your hat. A really well located fastball, and not much you can do with that. Possibly fight it off. You kind of want to have that 2-strike mentality.
Blake Wright, you got to throw him a breaking ball first, because he'll swing at a first pitch fastball.
Yeah, you're looking to get ahead with a 0-0 breaking pitch. But you're right, he hunts fastballs.
He hit a breaking ball about 340 or so feet last time. Popped up. Shallow center. Clemson giving way to Jernin. He makes the catch to return. There's a cue shot foul by Reinhardt.
If I fall down like that, I'm out for a week.
The resilience of youth.
Yes.
Reinhardt struck out looking his first time up. Grounder. Blake Wright able to get there. The steady hand of Blake Wright defensively. See Jacob Hinderleiter right there too. We talked about the athleticism up the middle at the corners that Clemson has on the infield. It's just very hard to sneak a ball through.
Yet they are athletic, and when Wright first started playing a lot, I was just so impressed with him at third base. I just thought that was his strength. And then his hitting has just improved and gotten better and better and better. And now this year, obviously, he's been outstanding.
Speaking of hitting, Noah Sullivan got one out of here. Down the left field line. Looked like a fair foul situation. Ended up probably 10 feet fair and several rows up over the 310 sign. There's a look at the metrics.
Well, it was a sinker that was about waist high or belt high, and that's you had mentioned that's not a pitch that Barlow can afford to throw.
2-1 pitch. Good spot there.
Boy, there's a nice sinker, and as you mentioned, well located.
Talked a couple times about Barlow last week. Tigers run ruled USC Upstate 11-1 in 7 innings. That one just missed low.
Good spot.
Barlow threw 71 pitches through 5 innings. Very economical. You see today he's about to throw 60. High fly ball. Deep left field. Did he do it again? It's fair and it's gone. And we're tied at 2. Noah Sullivan bombs a breaking ball out of here for his second home run of the day. He's now the 4th Spartan with double-figure homers.
And as you mentioned, it was a breaking ball on the inside part of the plate. And once again, the hard thing there is to keep that pitch fair. And he does a great job of getting his hands inside of the ball and driving it out of here. He wasn't sure if it was going to stay fair or not. Kind of stayed there and admired it. He knew it was deep enough.
His teammates weren't sure either. For the second straight time, the whole dugout just sort of stood there and waited for the eruption, and they got it. Right side of the infield, Jimmy Obertop made that a bit adventurous at the end, snags it for the second out. Back and forth we go here at the ballpark. This is why you come. This is why you can't stay home in the rain. You get a good ball game breaking out.
Really nice.
And there's no rain right now either.
Yeah, beautiful. Probably about, what, 60 degrees?
Oh, yeah.
Very little wind, if any.
This ball's shot toward the gap. Canarella on his horse tracks it down. How easy did that look?
That is the mark of a really good player, when they make the tough one look easy.
In which you put a 208 BAA and a 7.5 ERA. That does not compute.
Yeah, doesn't make sense.
That's hard contact to left. But it's going to stay in the yard for Reinhardt. And a 1-pitch out of Alden Mathis greets him in the 4th. Reinhardt, Johnny on the spot right there. He was in the right spot. Now Jacob Hinderleiter. He hit that high chopper to short that Hamilton had to range up the middle and then leave his feet to go get.
And then gather his feet, made a really nice throw to first base. Kind of a jump pivot to line up his shoulders so that he could make a good throw to first base as he's moving towards center field.
And one shortstop to another today. That foul ball straight back.
That one had a little giddy up.
Hodgson humming it in there at 93. Little run in on the hands of Hinterleiter too.
Hinterleiter couldn't catch up with that. Boy, then you come with that really nice tight slider away, and Hinterleiter did a good job laying off of that pitch.
Two 2-1. That one did scrape the corner. Hinterleiter, native of Hawaii, transferred in from Davidson for a stellar career there. Way up high.
Ooh, 95. Boy, you know, everybody throws so hard now, and of course there's been a bit of an epidemic of injuries, Tommy John surgeries in the big leagues, and everybody's making a big deal out of that.
In the air, right center. Jernan taking charge. 2 away. How do you feel about that? You feel like it's something they can fix?
They mentioned the pitch clock. I don't think it has anything to do with it. You should work fast, but I mean, I think it's a function of guys are just throwing more and more at younger ages. And, you know, guys are playing baseball year round now. They used to play baseball, basketball, and football, and now they're playing year round. And I think there's a lot more Tommy John surgeries in high school now.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's certainly something to be said for max effort, max spin, max velocity.
Right. And guys aren't expected to go as long. You know, they're not throwing as many pitches. It wasn't unusual at one time, you know, for a guy to throw 120 pitches. You rarely see that now. I mean, how many complete games did Bob Gibson have, for example?
Right.
I mean, it was unusual for him not to go 9 innings. He'd probably throw 145 pitches.
Well, you've seen differences in the college game too about, you know, a lot shorter stints. You don't see a lot of 120, 125, like that type of pitch count. That it wasn't that many years ago you'd see that, especially late in the year.
Well, you got all the power arms and the maximum spin, and it's just, I'm not sure that, especially in developing young men. I mean, these guys their arms are still developing when they're 18, 19, 20 years old. I mean, baseball players, as a rule, don't really reach their peak until they're 26, 27 years old. That's when they really are at their physical peak.
Here's a look at that infield shift on Taylor. He hit right into it his last time up, grounded to short. He hits into it again, but foul. Don Andrews out at third. Says, nope, wide of the bag. One more look at it. This was pretty close.
Yeah, even you could have made that call, William. You'd have been all over that.
Man, I got astigmatism.
I would certainly get a hood on. I wouldn't want to get my hair wet.
Protect the golden locks. Hodgson looking for a 1-2-3 inning here in the fourth, and he walks Taylor. We talked about Will Taylor. The average, not what you thought you'd see, but the on-base percentage is high because he is more than willing to do that right there.
I mean, he's getting on the base at 476 clip, and well, anytime you do that, I mean, that's how you score runs.
There's a look at Nolan Naraki's home run. It hit the batter's eye. He got a middle fastball and did not miss an opportunity. Taylor's off.
Dreaded.
Way outside, and he's way safe.
Yep, the dreaded 2-out walk.
You wondered in a 2-2 game if Eric Bakich especially, I mean, he likes home runs, obviously, but I think he takes great pleasure in manufacturing runs. He wants to force this issue a little bit.
He loves it. He loves that team aspect of baseball.
Ball 2 outside. All of a sudden, Hodgson's tugging the ball just a little bit off that outside corner. Taylor now 6 for 7 on stolen bases this season, and he's in scoring position. Way up high.
Yep. Yeah, Hodgkin really broke his hands late that time, never gave his arm a chance to get into a position to throw downhill. He cast that one.
Right at the bottom of the zone. Naraki, a 400 hitter with runners in scoring position. We've talked about his bat will play somewhere, and with a base open, they walk him. Back-to-back free passes issued by Hodgson after an outstanding start to the inning. The double squeeze earlier this season with the bases loaded.
And the Spartans fully aware of that. Sheehan at third base playing even with the bag, and not something you would normally see with a man on second base, because really I like to see the infielders, if they can, play deep to keep the ball in the infield, give them more range.
That's some of the pressure. There's a look at it. And with 2 outs to boot. You know, with less than 2 outs, you might think Purify might try something, even to move the runners or something like that. But you're really defending against a bunt for a hit with 2 outs.
Right.
The potential for it anyway. Fastball low. Purify grounded to short his first time up. He is hitting a gaudy .471. You're talking about a freshman hitting almost .500 with runners in scoring position.
That's why he's in the lineup. One of the reasons.
The bigger the stakes, the better the at-bat, and the count's even now 2-2. And this right here may be the biggest pitch of the ball game, and a tie game here in the 4th for Hodgson. Taylor dancing at the bottom of your screen, swing and a miss. He just pumped 2 fastballs by him and sat him down. Easton Cullison, the 8-batter, grounded to right his first time up. Blake's pretty close to the plate there, and a strike for Billy Barlow.
There's that good, really good sinking fastball.
0-1, a little bit low. Looking at the radar right now. Interesting color green. There's a base hit to right field. Cullison ripped the fastball that time right over the plate. He's aboard for the first time in this game. Now Vance Shahan, who was hit by a pitch, the only free 90 given up by either team until the 2-out walks in the last half inning. It was a very clean game for both starting pitchers. Barlow's still in the game, and Consul with 3 strong innings in his own right.
Well, I can tell you, for this Clemson coaching staff, the quickest way to get taken out of a ball game is walk guys.
Oh man, no question. 64% strikes is what they're going for. Here's a look at Eric Bakich. First base dugout.
Well, and Jimmy Bellinger, I think, is just an outstanding young pitching coach, and he attention to detail, and you know, I think they'd rather give up a base hit than a walk anytime. You know, of course, depending on the situation, but gosh, you just have to throw strikes, especially, ooh, good sinker. Wow.
Swing and a miss. He took some off of that for a strikeout. That's worth another look for sure.
Well, yeah, that really was a nice pitch down and in, and I'm not sure if it was his sinker or if it was a changeup that sunk a lot. But there's Nick Schnabel. You see him. He's also done a great job with this Clemson baseball team. And I think Coach Bakich lets his coaches coach. I mean, he gives them, an opportunity to really help develop players.
You see there on the left, Ben Paulson. Back in the back, Griffin Mazer. Paulson, of course, former Tiger. There's a bouncer up the middle, Purify. The flip to Hinderleiter. That's the only out they'll get, and he goes down. And he's in a little bit of pain right there. Time called to see if he'll be able to walk this off. It looks like maybe he did. You wonder if he got a cleat right to the leg there.
Well, really, they're very, very cognizant of sliding through the bag now. Kind of behind the bag. Here's the slide. Clean slide.
Not sure what happened there.
I think he got his, he's
right in the foot.
Yep.
And he wasn't going to be able to get the out at first base anyway.
No, he was going to eat that ball, as he should have.
Jernan's on with a fielder's choice. Kimberly Hill out to check on him. And he's fine. Eric Bakich, a little grin.
I think he was maybe looking for the, runner interference.
He may have been. That's a good point.
Give him an Oscar for overacting.
There's a look at Jernan. The potential go-ahead run here. Troy Hamilton. Throw over. That's a good move by Barlow. Jernan's got to be careful. Pitch. Bounce foul. Straight back. Hamilton, a very good hitter in these spots. He's a .310 hitter with 2 outs. His OPS over 1100. Whew. He's another one. 22 of his 42 hits have gone for extra bases. He's not getting cheated up there at all. And as you mentioned, he is not a big guy. 6'180" is the listing, and that seems accurate. Swing and a miss. Changeup pulled the string.
That starts at the top.
Jacob Jarrell. He got going quickly his first time up. Hit a 1-2 pitch way out. There you see we were talking about the face mask. Looks like a softball helmet that he's got there to protect him. He got hit in the face in his second start of the year, game 4 on the schedule, and missed quite a bit of time and just really got back going a couple of weeks ago.
It's got to be a bit distracting as a hitter.
He seems to be doing okay with home runs in back-to-back games, but I would agree. And he went out on February 20th against Presbyterian, came back March 19th against Winthrop, and is looking for his 3rd consecutive multi-hit game. Trent Hodgson back for a 2nd inning. After a strong close, he walked a couple, then got the big strikeout of Purify. He fell down in the count and battled.
Now Hodgson, after the 2 quick outs, walked 2 in a row, but was able to pitch out of it.
Jarrell stays alive with a foul ball.
He has impressive stuff. Got a really good arm. He's been up to 95 today, and really tight, late breaking pitch.
Swing and a miss.
Boy.
Jarrell took a cut and a half there, and Hodgson blew it by him. 2nd straight strikeout. This was just gas.
After throwing those nice breaking pitches, he throws that 94-mile-an-hour fastball that runs up and in and really ties him right up.
He swung his elbow guard off. Cam Canarella. Single and a fly out so far for Cam. The 1-0 right in there, a strike. Look at him. He's frustrated he didn't swing at that.
Yep. He's awfully hard on himself.
Hartsville, South Carolina native. You never have to wonder how he feels. And he doesn't have to say anything.
Right. Do you think he'd be good at poker?
He'd be fun to play with.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. Up and away, 2-1. Some of the best hitters. When I compare him to Joey Votto, because you can always tell when Votto is locked in by how he takes a pitch. You can tell when Cam's going to have a good at bat by how he takes a pitch. And that ball's ripped just foul. If he's seeing the ball well, you'll know. If he's not seeing it well,
right,
you'll know. He's seeing it pretty well right now out of the hand of Hodgson. Here's a look at Hodgson. We talked about his struggles against Clemson each of the last 2 times. Got to be gratifying for him to make it this far.
Ooh.
Just tight with a fastball. Hodgson trying to deal with the top of Clemson's order. This is the 7th batter he's faced. 3-2 pitch. Rip. That's foul again. Look out. He got away with a hanger right there.
Yeah. And that's twice that Canarella has pulled the ball, has hooked it foul, which is a little unusual because he stays back so very well and waits so long.
One more time, Hodgson's got to come with a 3-2, a big deep breath that time. Strike 3 at the knees. Locked him right up. 3 straight strikeouts for Hodgson.
Just a really well located fastball, and I think Canarella was looking away, and he got him on the inside fastball. Beautiful pitch.
Obertop's 0 for 2. These next 4 batters, really the top 5. Clemson batters today have a combined 1 hit. It's been the bottom of the order that's supplied to 2 home runs and has walked twice, the bottom 4 guys.
Well, that speaks to the depth of this Clemson lineup.
Young man's got a souvenir. That's a good hustle over there. 2-0 the count. Oh yeah, he's excited.
He likes it. He's happy.
See ball, get ball. It's the name of the game. 3-0. This is kind of what happened in the 4th inning a little bit. You got 2 fairly quick outs. Like he had to earn that second one. But then a walk and then a walk, and all of a sudden things got a little iffy. Hodgson really locked in at that point. There's a friendly strike. Jimmy Obertop, 0 for 2 so far today. A pop out and a strikeout. Strike 2. Fastball came right back over the outside edge. That was a good pitch.
And he's got some movement. You're right.
This is a 4-3-2 count. Hodgson's been in 8 batters. He's won 2 of the first 3, and he lost that one.
I'll say it again. The dreaded 2-out walk.
I don't think Obertop's going to have quite the gumption to steal that Will Taylor did.
No.
Taylor stole on the first pitch.
But look who you have coming to the plate. Strolling.
He's sitting at 0 for 2. But 2 hard hit balls. 1 out to left, 1 out to center. That one gets by. Obertop will take second on the first pitch. not necessarily by choice. And now again, a runner in scoring position. What's funny is we got a 2-2 game. There's only been one at-bat with runners in scoring position in this game.
Yeah.
Blake Wright doesn't need runners in scoring position. He's a big fan of 4 base hits. Tied for 3rd in the ACC. You saw that number with 13 home runs. That's good company. Burris, very talented youngster from Georgia Tech. DeMartini, Tibbs. Fouled back. That was a good cut. Good fastball, too.
It was. And again, really mixing his pitches very well is Trent Hodgson. A good breaking pitch and coming in with a fastball and moving it around a little bit. He's not throwing many over the middle of the plate.
Here's a 1-2 pitch to right. Off his hands, shallow center field, racing in Jernan. He gets it. Long run for Jernan to save a run. The Spartans.
Practice is going to be out here for two hours or so. Let's get better. I mean, let's invest this time.
You know, it is a hard thing to do.
Yeah, really hard.
You know, Eric Bakich, I asked him, I tried to bait him into an answer. You'll appreciate the response he gave me. After 28 games, I asked him, look, your team 25-3. Are you where you're supposed to be at the halfway point? He said, I just don't even think like that.
Yeah.
He said, I don't even think like that. And he's talked to his team about being the best in the country at getting better. And he said it all year long. Let's get a little bit better, be the best in the country at doing that. And he says his team has responded well to that message.
Yeah. A little better every day, you know, and you learn something, even if it's how to tie your shoes properly so that your feet don't get sore. I mean, if everybody does that, the smallest, most minuscule thing, then it adds up to something big as a team.
Billy Barlow threw 5 innings. That's as far as he went in his first appearance against Upstate a week ago.
Yeah. Those are 2 really good pitches, just down, and you know, good job laying off both of those pitches by Sherrod.
3-1 the count. Billy has not walked a man so far. He's only gotten to 3 balls a couple of times. It's a 4th 3-ball count of the day, as a matter of fact. Dangerous hitter to be in a fastball count, and that's ball 4. This is the 5th time in the game that the leadoff hitter has reached against Barlow.
And none of those pitches, though, William, were markedly off target. They were all pretty close, just missed by a little bit. So you're looking for that double play ball. With that sinking fastball that he has, it's certainly possible.
Jace Reinhardt, he's not seen a pitch out of the zone today. 5 pitches, either strikes or balls in play, and there's a swing and a foul. Again, this Spartans lineup, you get in a tight game with them.
Yeah.
You're playing with fire.
Well, because, I mean, all of them, as we know, can take the ball out of the yard. I mean, they got a bunch of guys who steal bases. This is a very explosive offense.
Barlow checks that runner. They all can run the bases, too, and there's a token throw over. That may have been to reset the clock as much as anything. Sherrod 3 for 4 in stolen bases. That's on the low side of their starting lineup. They got 13, 8, 7, and 15 stolen bases represented. Shot through the right side. That's a base hit. Stopping at second is Sherrod. And back-to-back base runners against Barlow here as the Spartans are really pushing for the first time tonight.
Interesting. I would think that someone in the bullpen at Clemson's going to get up now, and really well done.
Fastball, swing and miss, strike.
Hey, you might want to stay away from him. I mean, he's hit 2 home runs that both have been on the, really, if not the inside corner, at least the inner third.
Garris has been really a one-inning guy for most of his career. So far this year, he's not gone deeper than an inning. Gave up an earned run against Greensboro on March 9th, and gave up 2 runs, 1 earned against Florida State on March 24th. The other 4 appearances, zeros. And he's done a really good job pitching to contact, too. He's only got 3 strikeouts and none in his last 4 appearances. Ground ball double play would be the name of the game right here, or a strikeout. Garris is in range of both. 1-2 to Sullivan, popped him up. That's out of play. Against Sullivan, that first home run was on the first pitch of the at-bat. The second one was on a 3-2 pitch.
Yes. But again, they were both on the inside part of the plate.
One more time, Garris checked his hands. Good take there. You could tell he had a notion.
Yep. And I think that Garris intentionally climbed the ladder there.
Sullivan 378 with men in scoring position. Swing and a miss. That's a big punch out for Garris. And that's out number 1 here in the top of the 6th.
Stayed away from him. Really nothing fancy. Bunch of fastballs, and just look at it, right on the outside part of the plate. I bet he took a little off that one. Yeah, changed speed a little bit. Nice.
I was gonna say that was either a changeup or a little short slider or something.
Yeah. I don't think it came out of his hand like a slider.
Here's Kobe Croft. That wasn't a slider. That was a fastball down the heart. See it, hit it. The 0-1. Another one. They're having a hard time, and it's not like he's being super deceptive.
Has he thrown a breaking pitch? He did throw the changeup or something off speed to strike out Sullivan, but
0-2.
Oh.
Another fastball. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. 91, 92, 93 for the punch out.
And you know, it's not really overpowering, but here is the difference. His fastball is going to run and ride up on hitters, where Billy Barlow's fastball is sinking. So it's a different look for these USC Upstate hitters.
Tyler Lang, a foul ball. Again, you see those numbers. He has barreled up 2 balls. Fly out to center and a line out to center today.
And there's the breaking ball.
Garris 1 pitch away from a big-time relief outing.
Really nice. And again, I think you look at the difference between the fastballs of Barlow and Garris is a big factor for one of the reasons that at least he came into this ball game. Oh.
High fly ball left field. Taylor racing back and over, and he will watch it sail out of here. A 3-run shot on an 0-2 pitch by Tyler Lang. And USC Upstate leads by a score of 5-2.
Well, he went to the well once too often with that fastball. It was up and away from Lang, and he did a great job of getting his hands above the ball and drove that to left center field.
This ball's hit to center. Canarello coast under and make the catch. The Spartans battle back again, and they've regained the lead, this time by 3, going to the bottom of the 6th in a moment.
Again, don't let Clemson, and Clemson, as we both know, has been just great at bouncing back after giving up runs in the top of an inning.
Alden Mathis takes off the plate away. First crooked number of the game supplied by the Spartans with 3 runs in the top of the 6th.
And it was on an 0-2 pitch. Yeah.
There's a look at Mathis, the Richmond transfer. Swing and a miss. Well, he took a dive on that one. He was sitting dead red and thought he had one. Outside corner. That's a good backdoor breaking ball.
Yep.
And Kubler, 28 2/3 innings. He's 4th on the team in innings with just 2 starts. So that tells you not only is he a good saves guy, but he is a bulk reliever as well.
And he's obviously one of their, as you mentioned, high leverage guys. And Coach McGuire says, hey, we've got a 3-run lead. Let's see if we can come out of here with a W.
Ball low. That was a good take. Close pitch. Payoff pitch. Ball 4, down and in. In contrast to the Spartans, who have gotten 5 leadoff men on, this is the second time the leadoff man's been aboard for Clemson. Excuse me, the 3rd time Gerald hit a leadoff homer as well.
Well, you mentioned the bottom of this batting order being productive. They're going to have an opportunity to get things going here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Tigers down by 3. Being out hit 6-3. Neither team has committed an error.
Jacob Hinderleiter takes down and away for ball 1. Another one that's 0 for 2 today. Again, the top half of this lineup really has been rather quiet, and that is not something that we've seen very much with this Clemson Tiger batting order. High pop-up. Big league pop-up. Right side of the infield. And the catch made. That was Sherrod keeping an eye on it.
Good hang time.
Very good.
Yeah. Tells you he just missed it. He got it on the fat part of the bat.
Will Taylor again walked and stole a base. He was stranded at second. Back in the 4th inning. Tigers have only had 2 runners in scoring position in the game so far. Spartans pitching has done a really nice job.
And coming into the game, not what the scouting report would indicate is one of their strengths. You'd think if they're going to win a ball game like this, it's going to be a slugfest.
Yeah, you're winning a race to 10, basically.
Yeah.
Well, and even the track record against Clemson this year. The Spartans have given up 23 runs in 2 games against the Tigers.
Yeah. Well, I thought Barlow really did a nice job. I mean, 2 weeks in a row he's faced them. So there had to be some familiarity for USC Upstate.
Pitch to Taylor's down and away. He spit on that breaking ball. Dugout trying to get into it here, down by 3. Check swing, and it missed.
Boy, just missed. Really good eye. Taylor, that was a strike for a long time.
That was a close take there, and now Taylor's in a fastball count against Kubler. Swing and a miss. He couldn't hold up on that one.
It looked like a slider. It wasn't a big breaking pitch. It was more of maybe a cutter even.
It was a good spot down and away too by Kubler.
And that's the key, good spot.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. First strikeout of the inning for Kubler, and that's 2 gone in the bottom of 6.
Another bit of a cutter slider.
That is a tight breaking pitch.
Yeah.
Nolan Naraki's been aboard twice. He's the only Tiger that could say that the first 2 trips through. Hit a deep home run out to straightaway center field off the batter's eye. 405 feet back in the 2nd inning. Fastball right down the middle. That was not far from the pitch he hit out.
Yeah, I'm surprised he took that pitch.
He might have been on high alert for that breaking ball. Taylor saw a steady dose of those. In the air, right center field. Should end the inning. And it will. Crop over there. And
just an easy, I mean, you look at it, it's an effortless 90-91.
He's a bit of a slinger. Vance Shahan takes low, ball 2. And he's asking for a new baseball. Shahan was hit by a pitch. He struck out in 2 trips to the plate so far. And then it'll be the top of the order again with Jernan and Hamilton. Those are the guys that have, well, they've done a decent job on those guys. It's been the heart of the order for the Spartans that's done all the damage. McGurnick in a 3-0 hole. Shahan going to be patient, and that's ball 4. He missed a spot a couple times right there late off of Gerald's glove. And they're going to bring the corner infielders in to chat, and Gerald's going to come in and chat too. This is, I think this was initiated by either Obertop or Blake Wright.
And you're going to get somebody up in the Clemson bullpen too, probably. That might have been, coaches say, hey, go talk to him a little bit. Do a little stalling, get somebody ready if he's not going to throw strikes.
Rob Hughes up and throwing right now. There's a look at him. Hughes a veteran. He did not have a very good outing on Sunday against Notre Dame, so you know he wants to get back on the horse. Now leadoff hitter Daniel Jernan takes low. That's 5 in a row that missed for LeGurnick.
Boy, you walk the number 9 hitter in what is a really good lineup, but he's one of few guys that is only hitting 270 and has not hit a home run. So, and you walk him, so that's not a good start. That's 6 balls in a row now.
And that third base dugout's getting a little chirpy too, and that's not going to make it easier. It might for Jernan, the 2-0. That's a strike with a fastball. And now Jernan's seen one, and he can hack away. There's a look inside that USC Upstate dugout. Swing and a miss. That was a fastball down, but right at the bottom of the zone.
Good pitch. Again, you've got this really smooth delivery, but the ball gets on you quickly.
2-2, swing and a miss. Like that. 1 gone in the 7th. That was a wild swing. You don't see Jernan swing like that very much.
And I'm not sure what he was. I think he thought that was going to be a breaking ball. Or saw it coming out of his hands as a breaking ball, and it certainly wasn't. That ball was 6 inches outside.
Now Troy Hamilton. Shot foul. Up and out of play right side. Again, Hamilton's kind of due here. He's 0 for 3. And again, another guy that's very difficult to get out. A lot of pop in his bat. Number to first, foul. Tigers have been good when trailing, but this is a bit of a different situation in that they haven't been trailing for a long time in this game.
Right.
It's kind of come up on them late. It's not like they got down early and have had to sort of work their way back. Runner moving, swing and a miss, throw down. He's safe at second base. And the first base dugout is saying, yep, batter's interference. And so the issue has not been getting people on early in innings for the Tigers. It's been getting them around. Tigers haven't moved a runner yet with a bat, which that's really one of their organizational strengths is moving base runners.
What they do. They score their 2 runs off of the home runs. Rocky and Gerald, this guy right here, and he's certainly capable of doing it again.
0-1 pitch to Gerald is up and in. Second inning of work for Jake Kubler, and he's got the game for the moment. Shot foul. That's way back to right. That had the distance on it. Gerald, not a guy that needs a whole lot of power to be supplied by the pitcher. He can do it himself just fine. Kubler's got a lot of ways to get him out, though, here at 1-2.
He'll try to climb the ladder. Try to see if he'll go fishing.
Throw over to first. Purified dives back. Jaron's aggressive out there at first base. He's only got 3 steals, but he is not conservative with his leads, and he is ready to run at a moment's notice. Swing and a miss. Out number 1 as Gerald goes down. Kubler's second strikeout.
Well, you can see that slider really well located just off of the plate. A really good 1-2 pitch.
Back to the top of the lineup, Cam Cannarella. Again, this is a good bat to move that runner. Ball outside to Cam. Single to lead off the game. Second pitch of the game, he bounced it through and was stranded there, and that's kind of been the story outside the 2 solo homers for Clemson today. Really has been the story for the Spartans, too, because they've scored with 3 home runs.
That's right. Yeah, all the runs today have been scored through a home run.
Two-0 pitch. Ball 3.
Good take.
Jimmy Obertop on deck. And this is where, if you're Mike McGuire, this is sort of what we were told before the game. Here's a 3-0. Strike on the outside corner. You know, they've got the Citadel coming up this weekend. It's not a conference series. They're more able to sort of empty the tank of their highest leverage relievers in this game. And
possibly a starter if they, bring him in and get an inning.
That ball's hit well left center field. Left fielder back. It is gone. Cam Cannarella. A 2-run shot and a yell into the dugout to boot as the lead is down to 1 here in the 7th. Well, we told you he could move runners. We didn't know he was going to move them all the way in.
Purify was off and running with the pitch, and it's a fastball that is really down the middle, and Cannarella sits back there and just drives with that beautiful swing of his, and he has surprising power. He's not a big guy, but But boy, he's got some electric hands and drove the ball the other way and got a one-run ball game.
It's just never over with this Clemson offense.
And once again, though, the hit by pitch, the walks, they just tend to score.
And look, another couple of runs scored with home runs. That's all 9 in the game so far. That one bounces up there from Kubler. Obertop is 0 for 2 today. He did walk his last time up. He had a good at-bat. Took a couple of close pitches from Hodgson. This ball's lifted to right. That's going to carry. Does it have enough? We're tied at 5.
Boy, that's just power.
Jimmy Obertop. Oppo Taco Tuesday. And we're tied at 5 apiece.
I mean, this is a fastball on the inside, just off of center, a little bit in. And look at that power going the other way. He got it on the good part of the bat, and he sat back and drove it. And what a swing. I think that's really one of the big differences in baseball over the last 20 years is you see opposite field home runs like crazy. You never used to see them. Very impressive.
Guy built like Jimmy Obertop. Veteran, 6'2", 230.
Yeah, that's... And still, all runs scored via the home run.
That's 8 for Obertop. This ball's down the line. Blake Wright found the corner. He's going for 2, and he's going to be there easily. And the Tigers far from done here in the 7th inning. This crowd's been sitting on their hands for a while, but they've got plenty to cheer about right now. This ball's ripped.
Yeah, really hit hard. Well placed down the line, really not.
Turn a throw to second. That was close. Out there at second base. It was close to a lot of things. It almost got away, and he almost tagged right.
But I like that's something they've worked on. Nice little timing play. See if he could catch Wright sleeping out there, but he was ready.
Pitch to Mathis, breaking ball. Good idea. That was a good spot too, right on the inside corner. Look at how close this was.
A nice athletic play by Hamilton to keep that from going into center field.
The 0-1 in the dirt. That's a good scoop. Because the last thing you want is Wright to go to third as a go-ahead run.
With only 1 out.
Yes. Ground ball. That'll get the runner over at least. 3-1 put out. That's go ahead.
Kubler was pretty nonchalant over there. Did you notice? I mean,
yeah.
He just kind of got over there and made the play and kind of looked around. And I like it. He's relaxed.
And now Jacob Hinderleiter, he's 0 for 3. But in the series this weekend, he was arguably Clemson's best hitter. We talked about him in the open. Up in South Bend, he was 7 for 14 with 4 runs scored and 4 RBIs. And this ball's busted to right center, but it'll hang up and be caught by Jernan. We got a brand new ball game, folks. The tie lefty in Legurnick, who stays in for his 2nd inning of work.
I don't think he wants to walk a couple guys again.
Correct.
I mean, he needs to throw strikes because this offense is just too explosive.
And he walked Van Shahan on 4 straight pitches and threw a couple of balls to Jernan. And then after that, he threw 6 straight strikes and got the interference and got out of it.
Yeah.
It was a remarkable Houdini act, but as you said, you really would rather not put yourself in that exact situation again. Here's the 3-0. Oh, ball 4 low. Same thing happened. Leadoff man walks on 4 pitches. Another leadoff base runner. That's 7 in the game for USC Upstate. The only time Clemson has retired the leadoff man was when this guy, Jace Reinhardt, grounded to third to start the 4th. That ball is shot foul right off Eric Bakic's window.
Does he have the corner office?
He does.
Telling me he's got the corner office.
I know. Stunner.
Yeah.
Just a little outside.
And, you know, the hard thing for an umpire when you got a guy that's kind of all over the place, which is what you've seen at times here with Legurnick, if you get a pitch that's a little bit close, it's hard to give it to him then, you know.
Ball 2. And, you know, the arm slot, the angle, it can be tricky for everybody. Especially for a guy you haven't seen a lot of.
Including the umpire.
That's including the umpire.
Yeah.
That's right. Foul back. Reinhardt took a good cut at a fastball down.
He was on that.
If I'm Legurnick, maybe I don't throw that one again. Because it did seem like he timed it up pretty well.
He had that well timed. Not sure he can throw more than 1 pitch for a strike right now, though.
Number foul. He came with that fastball.
I just don't think you want to go 3-2.
Bob Mahoney, I do a lot of radio work with. He always says 2-2 is the out pitch.
Yeah.
I want to get a guy out when I get 2-2 because I don't want to get to 3-2.
Right.
Line drive. Down in the gap for a hit. Heading to second. And he's going to slide him with the double is Reinhardt. Little poke to right center, and here come the Spartans again. Second and third, nobody out.
That's a fastball that's down and away. He talked about this part of the lineup. Reinhardt serves it into the right center field gap. Good piece of hitting, and first and third, Spartans are in business, or second and third, excuse me.
And Noah Sullivan is the most dangerous hitter in this lineup today. He's hit 2 solo homers in the game. He's 2 for 3, and now Eric Bakic's going to come out and make the change. Second and third, nobody out. Slow walk out for the Clemson head coach. This is as high as been on Sunday.
Yep. Hey, here they go. They're coming in.
Yep, infield in and balanced against Noah Sullivan. Check swing. He did not go around.
Boy, you sure don't want to get behind this guy. Let's see a cutter from Hughes. Cutter, slider. Probably going to see a steady diet of that.
The 1-0 to Sullivan is low. You do feel like after this, the numbers are still good, but
yeah,
you just feel like you can breathe a little bit easier.
Yeah, I'm not sure this would be the worst walk ever. You know, I mean.
Bouncer, right, off his glove, fair. Nobody can advance. Boy, what an odd play there as Wright tried to make that play. And they're going to actually, Blake Wright saying, he kind of looked at where he landed and said, maybe they should look at this to see if it went foul.
I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure I would challenge this. Heck, now you've got the bases loaded. You got to force at every base now.
Eric Bakic actually is calling over the third base umpire, Don Andrews. And are they going to look at this? It looks like they may. And they're going to try to determine whether this is a fair or a foul ball. Here's a look from high above. Now he touched it, it landed foul.
It has nothing to do with where it landed after he touched it.
That's right. And they're actually not going to look at this. And I think he touched it airborne over the top of the third base bag. That's what it looked like with those couple of replays. Bases loaded, nobody out. Here's Kobe Kropf. Fly ball left center field. That's well hit. Cantarella's back, and it's a grand slam for Kobe Kropf. First pitch swinging. Kropf hits his 9th of the year. And USC Upstate leads 9-5.
Well, we talked about this relentless offense that USC Upstate has, and boy, are they ever happy. There's some excited young men there, but it's a fastball that's kind of up, and he just drove it. Yeah, that ball's up.
He hit that one-handed.
Yeah, these guys are strong. And this park is not playing real small today. I mean, it's kind of, the air is kind of heavy and you know, got a little bit of rain. So these balls are well hit.
Pitch misses down and away. Counts 1-1 to Tyler Lang. He hit a 3-run homer.
Yeah.
Back in the 6th inning. Here's the pitch from Hughes. Ground ball to short. Hinderleiter gets him for the first out of the inning. What do you say about leadoff walks, Coach?
Boy, they find a way of crossing home plate. And you look back in the 6th inning, the leadoff walk led to the that scored on the 3-run homer. Here in the 8th inning, leadoff walk, and you have the grand slam home run. Four-run lead for the Spartans, and Clemson down to 6 outs.
Easton Cullison ahead in the count, 1-0. Popped him up left side. That's going to be foul. Just barely. Ooh, wandering back towards play. Hinderleiter makes the catch. That was not easy.
Now, we talked at the beginning of the game about this offense that Upstate has. I mean, they're coming into the game hitting .305 as a team, and slugging percentage as a team of .527. And this team they can get it done offensively, and the question is, could they hold the Tigers offensively? And they've done a really superb job tonight. They have had a few walks, but Clemson really hadn't been able to put together the really big inning, with the exception of the 7th, where Clemson was able to push 3 across there. But home runs continue to be the way the runs are scored.
All 14 in the game so far have been on home runs. 2-0 pitch from Hughes. Ball 3 outside to Vince Shahan, the number 9 batter. It is not getting easier right now. Yeah, because Jernan's sitting on deck.
Yeah, you go back to the top of the order, and now you're going to have to face the meat of this order again in the 9th inning.
That's a 4-pitch walk issued by Hughes. Shahan gladly will take that. 3rd time he's been aboard today. 2nd straight time he's walked. He hadn't seen a strike since the 5th inning. 8 straight pitches he's seen, all balls. And here comes Eric Bakich. Bullpen has been so strong for this team. Sunday, they really started here with Jernan at the plate, with the Spartans up 4. Check swing on a breaking ball away. Now, Allen has pitched in both of the first 2 games against USC Upstate. He got hit around a little bit in the first time, an inning and 2/3, 4 and 3 hits. Last time, an inning, perfect, and a strikeout.
That Upstate bench can feel it. You can tell they've got some real energy there now. A good challenge for Clemson to come back because they're on the mat, that's for sure.
2-1 the count. Sinking fastball, got a swing and a miss. Excuse me, swing foul. Boy, if he could have gotten that fair, that would have been an issue because I'm not sure anybody knew exactly where that was going.
And yet, Wright, everybody, all the infielders playing pretty deep. You see Wright guarding that line a little bit, the no doubles defense.
Throw to first, chases that runner back. Jernan waits on the 2-2 from Allen. Check swing on a ball in the dirt. He did go around. And Gerald's got to throw down to first, and he does. He converts the strikeout, coming on behalf of the Spartans. Will Taylor squares and pulls back and takes the ball. Jake Kubler's still throwing. He gave up 3 runs back in the 7th inning. He's out for his 3rd inning of work. Ball 2.
Well, you talked about him being their high leverage guy, and they'd sure like to get to their closer with just having to get 3 outs in the 9th.
Strike. Ooh. That was a little south of the knees, I think.
Might have been. Good job by Lang of framing.
Taylor, ground ball. This is the shortstop. Throws low, and a nice pick there by Sherrod at first base.
Wow. Yeah, that was a throw that. What made it a little bit easier is it bounced probably a good 10 feet in front of Sherrod. But still, that was a nice pick. Good hands.
Nolan Naraki, designated hitter, already a solo homer today. He's reached twice, as a matter of fact. Strike. He went changeup that time, it looked like, or took a little bit off of a fastball.
Yeah. Yeah, he went.
Yep, he protected himself by swinging. 0-2 the count to Naraki, and he took an extra second to get back in the box there. A lot of run on that pitch up in the eyes, and it's strike 3 called. I mean, he locked him up badly in that at bat.
Yeah, through the high fastball that ran in on him, and the ill-advised swing just really fooled, and then you pretty much were sure you're going to see a break-in pitch. That just, Naraki was absolutely, just locked him up.
Two outs and the base is empty for Purify, and he didn't want to, but swung anyway. 0-1, he was fooled by that.
Yep. You know, in this situation, you don't want the big swing. You need base runners. You know, you're down 4, and, you know, guys go up there taking big hacks. Yeah, you need base runners to build something, even though there are 2 outs.
Line drive caught. Perfect placement by the second baseman, Cullison. And the Tigers are down 1, 2, 3. Can the Spartans tack on? We'll find out after this. Tonight, Coach.
Especially against a pitching staff with almost a 6 ERA. They just really haven't had the good, sound approach that you normally see from this Clemson Tiger baseball team.
Check swing. Hamilton did go around. Counts 0-2. John Byrne didn't need help with that one. Allen's 0-2 pitch. Check swing. He went around. 3-pitch strikeout for Allen.
Allen's looked good.
He's a stop the bleeding guy in this instance, and he's done a good job.
Good call.
Grant Sherrod walked to start the drama in the 2 big innings. He walked in the 6th and he walked in the 8th, and the Spartans scored 7 runs combined in those 2 innings.
Exactly right. Wow.
Foul ball. It's 0-2 to Sherrod. He is hitless on the day, which again, that's hard to do.
Here's a guy comes in hitting 345 and 49 RBI. I mean, he doesn't go many games where he doesn't have a hit.
Check swing. He went around, and Gerald puts the tag on him for out number 2.
Boy. All right, Joe Allen, see if you can. You've got the 2 quick outs. We often talk about this. Got to get your team in the dugout now.
Allen struck out all 3 batters he's faced so far. This may be the best outing of his life. And all 3, by the way, on breaking balls down, blocked by Gerald. He had to throw to first to get out 3 in the 8th. And he's put 2 tags on guys here in the 9th. There's a strike.
Boy, that was a nice break-in pitch. 2,700 spin rate. That's exceptional.
Fastball low, Jace Reinhardt. Couple of hits, couple of runs. He had a big double in the 8th. That ball in the gap in right center was a game changer.
That was big.
This ball's hit high in the air, back into right field. Mathis makes the catch.
What a job.
First 1, 2, 3 inning.
The Kubler, despite giving up the 3-run home run, is Coach McGuire's stayed with him. I like the confidence, and what he has not done is walked a bunch of people. He did hit a batter.
Here's a look at Clemson's upcoming schedule. Big home series with NC State coming up this weekend. They've been on the road for a little bit. Now they're back home for a couple of weeks.
Different start time on Friday, is that correct?
6 o'clock. They moved it to 6 on Friday.
From 7.
From 7. 8 o'clock Saturday, and then 1 o'clock on Sunday. Swing and a miss. Gerald strikes out for the 3rd straight time since his home run. Now the top of the order due up. And Kubler's 2 outs away from a well-earned big decision here for his ball club.
Yeah.
These teams have had a couple lead changes here. Upstate led by a run. Tigers up 2-1. Upstate led 5-2, and then the score was tied at 5. Here's ball 1. And of course, a grand slam in the top of the 8th, the difference. 1-0. That's ball 2 outside. Canarella squaring around for the 2nd time. Feels like a way to maybe mess with Kubler a little bit.
Well, they're probably taking a ball or taking a strike.
Oh, yeah. He does it again. And he does take a knee-high strike. Kubler so far has gone 3 1/3. He's walked 1 and struck out 4. Ground ball foul, and it counts 2-2. Canarella's 2 for 4. He's got that 2-run homer on his ledger back in the 7th that really ignited Clemson. Obertop went opposite field to tie the game just 3 pitches later. Ground ball to short. 2 away. And now the Tigers' last hope is Jimmy Obertop. This would be a rare occasion this year where the Tigers haven't at least put the tying run on base or at the plate.
Late in the game where they've been down, yes.
I mean, since 9-5, it's been 5 up, 5 down for Kubler.
He's really competed. Redshirt junior. Well, you just want to get base runners at this point if you're Clemson. Any way to get on base. Let's see it. Big defensive shift here for Upstate. 3 guys on the left side of the infield. And what Kubler has done so effectively is he just mixed pitches. He's thrown a fastball and a breaking pitch, 2 pitches for strikes.
Foul ball back out of play.
I'm not sure either of them are elite pitches, but he's mixed them very, very well. Throwing them his breaking pitch when he's been down in a count, maybe 2-1 or whatever. He's thrown the breaking pitch for strikes.
Swing and a miss.
That's it.
And the Spartans win it. Coming into today, Clemson had beaten USC Upstate twice by a combined score of 20.